Hey all, this is Eric Christensen from meded101.com. Hope you're all having a great day. Just wanted to go over some of the recent test results. So, Spring 2017 Pharmacist Board Certification test results have been released. So, if any of you have recently taken it this spring and passed, congratulations. If you didn't, yeah, and are watching this, certainly I'll run through some of those results. But I think the main point I want to convey is that these exams are challenging, and throughout all the exams, 3,200 pharmacists approximately took these exams, and there's approximately 2,000 that passed. So these exams are tough for sure. And I would encourage you to continue to push on and not lose heart. There's a lot of pharmacists that don't pass these. So I wanted to break down the pass rates between each of these individual exams, just so you guys kind of have a sense of how tough these exams are. So first one that they list on BPS website is Ambulatory Care. So that's BCACP. 326 pharmacists took it this last spring, 65% pass rate. So again, that's not a very high pass rate when you compare it to something like the NAPLEX, which is typically in the mid to high 80s into the 90s historically, in that range. So again, these tests are challenging for sure. BCACP or ambulatory care is probably the third most popular, at least by the numbers here, of exam takers. Critical care is considered the fourth most popular one by the numbers. 85% pass rate with BCCCP exam takers. So I don't know if critical care folks are that much smarter than everybody else, or if the test is easier, or what the scoop is there exactly. But that does tend to have a little bit higher pass rate. Then we've got Geriatric Certification. It's around 80% pass rate. This is the second most common certification that pharmacists are seeking. There is going to be some changes in 2018 for sure for the BCGP exam. So keep that in mind for sure. It's switching from CCGP, I believe it is, to the BPS umbrella. So there's going to be some test changes. It'll be a longer exam. They may change up the content there, or the content outline. So just be aware of that if you're planning on taking BCGP in 2018, that may change from 2017 exam takers. I would anticipate that pass rate would fall a little bit with that changeover to Board of Pharmaceutical Specialties. BCNP, nuclear, only 7 people took that exam in spring. I'm not going to spend much time on that. BCNP is nutrition. Only 40 pharmacists took that in the spring. Not a real common certification, but one that a few folks have pursued. Then we've got oncology. Certainly a little more popular than something like nutrition, but a pretty highly specialized certification there. Only a 59% pass rate with that exam, so a challenging one for sure. Then we've got pediatric pharmacy. 166 pharmacists took it this last spring, 57% pass rate. So again, another very, very challenging exam. And then we've got the big one, BCPS or Pharmacotherapy, board certification for pharmacists. Over 1,500 pharmacists took it this last spring, 62% pass rate. So there again, you're talking about 2 out of 5 approximately that will fail this exam. I know pharmacists that have failed it. I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of. It's a challenging exam. There is no doubt about it, with a ton of topics that you need to study and that are covered on this exam. And then we've got psych certification, psychiatric pharmacy certification, 70% pass rate there, 92 to pharmacists. So again, point being, these exams are really challenging. For most of them, you know, the pass rate is in the 60% range, with a couple exceptions, geriatrics and critical care. There's even a couple that are less than in that 60% range. So if you're one of the ones that hasn't passed, or you're looking ahead and planning on taking one of these exams, certainly take it seriously for sure. If you're looking for study material, certainly I have some of that available on meded101.com. Feel free to check out on the left-hand side BCPS, BCGP, and BCACP content